Hey, this is Rick with Outdoor Emergencies at hikingemergencybeacon.com, and today I'm out here with my ZOLEO, and I want to go over it a little bit more, and I've done some comparisons of it recently, but today I want to talk to you really about SOS. But watch to the end and I'll tell you about my top 11 satellite communicators of 2023, and I'll rank them and group them so you can see which ones do better for hiking, for ATVs, for maybe you dog track with and you're a hunter. But I have all kinds of satellite communicators, and I'll tell you about which one may be the right one for you. All right, so let's talk about the ZOLEO just briefly. So actually probably a pretty short video, because what I'm going to do in this is also the beginning of the playlist for the ZOLEO. And so I'm going to introduce the device quickly. We're going to go over SOS, and then after that I'm going to cover messaging, I'm going to cover maps, tracking, weather, and then what makes a ZOLEO good or not so good. But I'm going to be as honest as I can with all of you about the ZOLEO satellite communicator. All right, so real briefly, on the top here is the power button, and on the front top is a check-in button. There's lights all around here. That there's a messaging when this one comes on. There's a message. Then there's a check-in light and the power light, and then SOS. Now, when you turn it on and off, then all of these will light up. At the bottom is the USB port, and this is where you would, charge or get updates, things like that. Then on your left is the SOS button or cover. Hold that down for about 3 seconds and they will come for you. Now, what I'll say is you need to actually go and test your satellite communicator and contact the SOS service, and there's some information here on the screen, and I'll have it in the description below. But go ahead and set up a test, because it'll give you a lot more confidence when you actually need to contact them in the future. Hopefully it's not for you, maybe it's for somebody else, but do the test. I haven't done the test on this one, but I have done it twice on my Garmin inReach satellite communicators, and I do have the Garmin inReach Messenger with me this morning, but I'm not going to talk to you about it. But I have done that. If you want to see those tests, there'll be a video right here and also in the description below where you can see both tests. One of them I was in cell service and I was able to talk to IERCC, and the other one I was outside cell service and it was all messaging. But go ahead and do the test, because when I did that, it gave me a lot more confidence on how quickly they contact you, how it works. All right, so before you go out, always make sure you test. Make sure your contacts are in, because you really need to set up your emergency contacts with the ZOLEO before you head out. And I'm going to go through, like I said, I'm going to go through the playlist and show you messaging and all that. But in the website, you need to go in and set things up. And you'll see on the screen here, there are contacts for SOS, there are contacts for sharing your location. But make sure you set that up before you head out. And then when you head out, make sure you test your device. I've come out here and I have like 15 satellite communicators, and I'll come out here and I'll make mistakes all the time. So even though I'm more up on things and aware, I still struggle at times. So make sure you test before you go out on your first adventure. All right, it really is as easy as opening this cover right here and depressing that SOS button. Now, you may be in a hurry when you're calling SOS or hitting that button, but you need to give them a little time to communicate with you. I've seen, on my tests, where they'll contact me within 30 seconds with the IERCC, but you need to give some time for the communication back and forth, because you're going through the satellite system. What they're going to do on this test is they're going to contact you and they're going to make sure that, one, it's an emergency. Number two, then they'll start gathering information on the emergency. Is it you? Is it somebody else? How many people? What kind of emergency? Because they need to know how to dispatch the emergency services, the right emergency services, and how many people. And depending on the situation, it may be one team, it may be more. It may include a helicopter airlift. So you've got to provide information to them, or it's best if you do and can, to tell them more about the emergency. This is another great reason to have a satellite communicator, and this is the primary reason. You want to be able to contact emergency services, and in some cases it's just two-way messaging with people, because you may not be in a life-threatening emergency, but you may need help, you may need to communicate with people. So if you don't already have a satellite communicator, I highly recommend it be the number one or two things you put on your pack. I mean, your pack may be number one, but I would say actually you probably want to get the satellite communicator first. But that's really all there is to it. Just give yourself time, test your device, make sure the two-way messaging works also, and then go out and enjoy the outdoors. All right, so hey, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. And if you'd like to support Hiking Emergency Beacon, there's a link in the description below. Now, I told you about the top 11 satellite communicators of 2023, and I have a video where I went through all of them. I grouped them, I ranked them. You know, which ones are my favorite? Which one do I believe is the best if you're just camping and you already can navigate? Which ones are better for ATVs, four-wheeling, or maybe you're a hiker and backpacker. Maybe you want a minimalist device. Maybe you want an all-in-one device. So I group them and I tell you exactly what I think from my experience. So you can check out that video right here. You'll also see it on the end screen, and I'll help you now to answer your questions and give you advice and help direct you to which one may be the right one for you. So leave that comment, leave that message. If you have tips, if you have something you like better, you know, this is a two-way communication between us, and we all have different priorities and things we like better. So there is no right satellite communicator for everybody, but I will try to understand what you need and what your priorities are and help direct you to the right satellite communicator. Well, that's it for today. It's all about SOS and two-way messaging. Two-way messaging is next. So thanks for joining me here on Hiking Emergency Beacon, and I'll see you back out here in the next video.